After getting hurt in the playoff #2 game, I've committed to Georgia, and now I'm competing for a position battle. And I want to be #1 on that depth chart. And as you can see, I was losing these tackles all day, and I got my first sack of the practice. And I was splitting double teams, doing whatever I could do to be that #1. And as you can see, I ran a stunt with the linebacker and went in for another sack, and that won me the position battle, and I am now #1 on the depth chart. As you can see, I'm back after missing the first 4 games with my first career start. And I'm fired up. As you can see, I get my first tackle for loss. I mean, I was just working these guards, man, but I completely missed the tackle. So I drop back in coverage and nearly have an interception, but I make the tackle. And these are lesser men, so I'm going to treat them as such. And just when I think things took a right turn, I've gotten pancaked. I mean, they just started throwing me out the club. But that didn't stop me from getting a good pass rush and getting to that quarterback as much as I could. And as you can see, I was trying to work this spin move, but every time I worked it, I tended to fall. So I got back up and tried to work it again and did another spin move and got put out of the club. But I kept my pass rush going, and I nearly had that sack. If that other end didn't have him, I had him. But I mean, this offensive line was just dirty up there at Tennessee, man. They started to chop block me. So I kept pushing through at those Bulldogs. As you can see, we take the lead 10-7 in overtime, and we have to get a stop. But we didn't, and they scored. And this won Tennessee the game. As you can see, I go on and lose my first. I mean, we just had a mud bowl out there. But there's always a next week, so we're going to go and prepare for the next week. As you can see, I went on to have 3 tackles and 2 tackles for loss and 1 sack. Going into the game against the Florida Gators was an intense game, man. It was a sunny day, but I knew what type of game it was going to be. They was chop blocking early. And going into this next play, man, the screenplay, I just let a play go for about 60 when it could have been a tackle for 5. And I mean, that running back about took it all the way for 6. He was moving. And they finally tackled him after 10. And just when things were going bad, I jumped off sides on 2nd down and put them on the goal line. Things are just not going good. So they put me at linebacker. I try to go stuff the play, and he bounced it outside and goes in for 6. So it was 3rd and 8, and when my team needed me, I went and got the sack. I mean, we were fired up, me and the team. But just when things started to get good, I got those guys were throwing their best shot at me all game. So coming in on this read option, I should have totally disrupted the whole play, but I missed. I mean, I'm just making simple errors. I kept my foot on that pedal, and we was giving that quarterback hell all night. As you can see, man, those Georgia Bulldogs was rallying that ball. Turnover and we get another sack to go down and score, but they didn't convert, and we go on to lose 14-6. I ended the game off with 1 tackle. Going into my second game on the starting lineup versus Missouri. Started off a little shaky. I was getting hemmed up, but I kept hustling to that ball. As you can see, I almost had a sack, but I kept trying to hold up them double teams. And when I say my knee touched that ground and I collapsed, But I wasn't going for that. And I was looking for the running back for the screen pass, but I didn't see him, so I sacked the quarterback. I'm just telling my teammate how I got him. Oh my God, I hit this guard with a crazy spin move and almost had another sack. And you could see I was pissed. Know what I said about chop blocking? I ended the game off with 1 tackle. We're going to beat Missouri 24-3. Starting off against 5-1 Vanderbilt, took an intense start of the game. About just tore something in my leg. And just when we were getting our first turnover of the game, I jumped off sides. So I got the 5-yard penalty, and my coach's trust is just going. But that didn't stop me from getting my pass rush in and getting to that corner like a lightning bolt. And as you can see, I shoot my hand, shed my block, and wrap and roll like them Gators. Take him down for a tackle. But that doesn't stop Vanderbilt from going down and scoring a touchdown. So they go up 14-0. And as you can see by my face, I was frustrated. And I hit this tackle with a club over, rip down, and get to the quarterback. But I missed. As you can see, me being me, I split that double team and get a tackle for loss. And what as you can see, I was shedding blocks all night, and I make another. But Vanderbilt goes on and beat us 24-0. And we gotta get it together if we want to go to that championship. But I ended the game off with 4 total tackles. Going into our game against Kentucky didn't start off so well. They started off hot. They was bouncing off tackles and just pancaking man down. Somebody trying to get back up slow. But then I started to push this pocket, man. These guards couldn't hold me. I was one hand steering my way back to the quarterback, and boom, I got a sack. And just the very next play, I didn't get that quarterback no time. I got another sack. And you see we were fired up. And as you can see, this next play, I was trying to rush the quarterback, but I got knocked off my rocker, so and the nose reappeared, and I scooped it and scored for a touchdown. And I mean, I felt unstoppable. Until a second later, man, these double teams were so I got back up, reappeared, and got the game tackle, and boom. And as you can see, I got player of the game, and I ended the game off for 3 tackles, 2 sacks, and 1 fumble recovery. Starting off in the ball game, man, we came out here for respect. And we got after that quarterback all night. I mean, I just give it up to the defense, man, because we was rallying that ball. And I mean, you just think, like, where was this all season? But as you can see, the guard reach blocks me here, and I still retrace, get off the block, and go after the tackle. And as you can see, I come in hot and miss the tackle. Man. But we still end up and get the interception. And this number 75 tackle was begging for help. He could not
As you can see this next play, I hit him with an arm over, rip under, and get to the quarterback.
The quarterback was scared to look back because I was coming with another sack. And I was fired up, and I the crowd.
So right here, I go to a one technique and run the stunt with the end, and the quarterback falls in my
I'm just
hand.
shutting the crowd up as we lead 34-14.
So going into this next play, I hit the tackle with a and I get to that quarterback with another. I'm jumping
sack. Let's go.
So I started off with a contain, and the quarterback didn't throw the ball, so I dived at his legs and got another sack.
I almost broke the record.
So we're going to win our bowl game 34 as we knock off the
Ohio State.
which I go on for 5 tackles and 5 sacks.